Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Takeoff live stream. For many of us, our world is crumbling around us. Houses, trees, lives. It seems like there's less and less to hold on to or solid support. And if you're not directly affected, you have plenty to be concerned about coming from the news and coming from what other people are telling you, coming from you talking to other people about what terrible things are going on. The pressure to change is really growing, and we have a choice. We can choose to grow our understanding of ourselves and take action on the words that we so often hear, know thyself, or we can wait to see what other people are doing, what the government is doing, what our country is going to do to improve matters. And all the wise sayings stay sayings in the realm of our intellect. I want to tell you a story about a young man I met yesterday. So I spent the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, selling raffle tickets to save the rainforest of Peru. And many people bought tickets for €1 each, and some won prizes, some didn't. And there was this family, a young man, his wife, and he had two sons that were about 9 and 10. And his wife bought the raffle tickets and he stood behind and looked on. But then he told me, as I was standing right next to them, he said, I don't really believe in all this. I don't believe we can do anything to save the world. I think it's already finished. And being the mindset coach that I am, I caught a hold of him. I said, okay, why do you say that? Do you say that because of what's in the news and the newspapers? And he goes like, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. There's no hope. And I said, okay, I'd like to ask you a question. Let's say you walk into a room and there is a table full of beautiful flower arrangements and beautiful objects. And in the same room, right over there in the other corner, there's a table full of really horrible, gruesome, gory, ugly things. Where do you think your attention would go? And he immediately caught on. He was like, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I said, yeah, exactly. I said, next to everything that is bad and terrible, something good is happening somewhere. And it's just a perspective. Our perspective is trained towards the bad. I said, it doesn't really take any intelligence to find out all the bad things that are happening. We make it sound like we're so smart when we can point out all the bad things, all the things that are going wrong around us. With that person, with that country, with that organization. We make it sound like we're smart to do that. But real intelligence is finding and focusing your attention on what you want, on the positive things that are happening in the world, giving them energy by focusing on them, talking about them, making them more, because that's what you do. As soon as you think and put your attention on something positive, it becomes more. And you have the ability, with your imagination and the tools that you have in your mind, you have the ability to create a picture of the opposite of what you don't want. You could think about that. You could talk about that. Wouldn't it be nice if? How could we make that happen? What small step could we take towards that? You know, when I said those things to him, I could see that he really got it. He was like, wow, he said, okay. And I said, look, you've got 2 boys. Do it for them. Because they're watching your every move. They want to be like you when they grow up. So how are you going to be for them? What do you want them to become? Do you want them to become another hopeless human being? He really got it. He said, wow, I get it. And then he turned to me before leaving and he said, thank you so much for the new perspective. He got it. He's going to be a different person. I know. Because when you understand this, especially when you have kids, when you understand the impact that your mind, that you make on the world, and how you've been trained to just focus on the things that are going wrong. I'm not saying put your head in the sand. I'm saying use what is happening around you. Use it to create the opposite. Use it to find strength inside and create your own reality. Whether you like it or not, you are. And I had to really slam my wrist onto the ground and break it. And I had to have an operation and I had to lie in bed with so much pain that I couldn't bear it, for me to wake up and finally start hearing a voice that said, you are responsible for everything that happens to you. Take responsibility. It doesn't happen because at that moment you're thinking something, but it gets prepared. It's a long flow of thoughts and emotional energy that finally build up, build up, build up, build up, and then something happens. And it's a wake-up call. Do you know what you want to be? Do you know your future, what you want your future to be? I would like to invite you to get on a call with me. I'd like to invite you to DM me, because today I am who I want to be, and I am so grateful for the body I get to live in, every bit of it. And I have a passion I follow. And I want to wake you up to understanding that the only thing between you and what you want is your own outdated, limiting belief. That programming that doesn't serve us, doesn't serve the earth either. So I offer a one-on-one childhood pattern chart session. It is perfect for uncovering the 3 most important paradigms that totally determine how you see love, how you see freedom, and how you see life. DM me now, be an action taker, and let's talk about how this session could easily give you the key to self-awareness. You don't know what you don't know that you don't know. I have done this session with over 30 people, and it's amazing every single time. One woman that did it for me, she did a session and she did the workshop with me, and she started having her dreams manifest like that, boom, boom, out of the blue. She couldn't believe it. She was like, you won't believe what just happened. And she told me the things she'd been dreaming about and not daring to make happen suddenly started happening because she got that paradigm out of the way. She recognized it and it disappeared. So DM me now. First 5 calls will get my early bird discount. I'll see you there. Bye now.